Hello Internet, and welcome to this video from the Sage and my incomparable friend, the White Sith Male.
Bork, bork.
Now, there is a lot of discussions going around the world currently about who is best, who is worse, who is the one people that everyone else should emulate.
You are all so wrong. So very, very wrong.
And I just figured we wanted to once and for all clear up this question for all of you by giving you a definitive answer. And this is just because we are good people. The answer, of course, is very easy. Scandinavians are the best. We are, in general, just better than you.
So much better.
I mean, we have the biggest collection of female blondes with big tits per capita
Yummy.
in the world. We use dinosaur hand puppets to talk. I'm pretty sure the rest of you don't have dinosaur hand puppets, but it makes all conversations both a lot more fun and also a lot more interesting, since of course everything you say with dinosaur hand puppets just gets better. So yeah, Scandinavians just are better than you, and since we are such wonderful people who are in no way conceited by our massive supremacy over the rest of you, we figured we would tell you all the reasons why we are better than you, just so you can relax, calm down, and accept your infinite inferiority to the rest of us and stop fighting. It would make it easier for all of us. I mean, we are so much better. I'm even collaborating with a Swede to do this, and I mean, no one likes the Swedes, but still, we are so much better than you that the Swedes become your superiors.
Excuse you, Tim? What was that? I didn't quite get that. Could you try and remove some of those potatoes from your mouth and try again?
So beyond the obvious, here is a comprehensive list of things that prove once and for all the answer to the question, are we better than you? Yes, we are better than you.
Just fucking deal with it.
Ah, Scandinavia. The weather is absolutely perfect here. It's never too cold, it's never too hot. We got lots of sun, we got enough rain to keep the fields going, we get enough snow to make it scenic, but never so much snow that we drown in it. We don't have the massive heat waves, we don't have anything like hurricanes or tsunamis or anything else. In fact, we have the finest weather the world has ever known, and the fact that we're still complaining about it, of course, means that we are better than you because we deserve also to have the best weather ever and to have it better than you. Combine this, of course, with our love of language, because we have more vowels in our language than any other Western tongue. And it is well known, of course, that more vowels means more ability to say what you want in a clear and concise fashion. So we have the best weather, we have the best language, we have the best speech. We're just overall better than you. This is why we're eating rødgrød med fløde while we go out and get some sun.
So, next up we have inventions. Now, our brains are so much bigger than yours, and that makes us so much better than any of you knuckle draggers. Just look at a few choice examples of inventions that have come from the population that is the size of New York plus half another New York. That's all the numbers we have. And we're still this fucking smart. Suck it! Cheese slicer, the sauna, Linux, the reflectors, the aerosol spray, thanks Norway for thinning out the ozone layer, AVR microcontrollers, the Gauss rifle, the harpoon cannon, kneeling chairs, repeating bolt action rifle, 3-pin ski binding, adjustable spanner, ball bearings, blowtorch, the Celsius thermometer, dynamite, milk separator, paper cartons for liquids, modern refrigeration, modern telecommunication, the pacemaker, the portable stove, the safety match, ship propeller, 3-phase electrical power, tungsten, and zippers. Now, these aren't all, but as you can see, we're smirt. SMRT, we are smirt. Can you imagine what your life would have been like without microchips, the adjustable spanner, ball bearings, and the friggin' fridge? And what would the rednecks fish with if we hadn't invented dynamite? So, you're welcome!
Also, of course, unlike the rest of the world who are in constant infighting and are constantly bitching and moaning and fighting and complaining, the Scandinavians are always stoic, relaxed, composed, phlegmatic. In fact, we are so laid back and so in control of our emotions that our favorite ice cream is passion fruit, just to get some kind of, passion into our emotional responses, until, of course, we get to the lovin', because there is no doubt that no matter what the French say, we are without a doubt the greatest lovers in the world, because we can consider so well what turns the other person on, what is good for them, and then one bite of passion fruit ice cream, and we are off to the races, and we are gonna make all of you wish that you had your very own Scandinavian so you can finally experience true emotional and sexual bliss.
Then we have sports. Now, we Scandi people might not be the best in all sports, but considering the amount of people living here, we are really high up on the ranking in many sports, and some we do top regularly. Some sports we excel in are skiing. Regular skiing, uphill, downhill, sideways, with or without rifle, spinning or even flying. It's hard to beat us at skis. Bandy. Now, that's a sport that's almost like hockey, but with more players, a bigger field, and a huge goal. It's seldom that we lose at this sport. Hockey. Now, this is a sport that has been mainly dominated by the Swedes and the Finns, but the Danes and Norwegians have been making some headway here, and we are now all in the highest rank of the World Cup. Handball. For years, both men and women of the Nordic countries have topped this sport. I personally think there are way better sports to watch, but it's still better than baseball. But let's face it, everything is better than baseball. Football, or, soccer for you heathens. Both Scandi men and women have been doing well in the sport for a very long time. We've had a few medals in both European settings and World Cup settings. So yeah, the Viking blood still runs strong in our veins. Imagine what we could do with a population that would rival the Merkins. We would steal every medal there ever was.
You want to know how else we're better than you? We also have the Finns. The most hardcore badasses in the history of the world. We can start with the fact that they live in a country that doesn't actually see the sun for about 10 months of the year and who has snowdrifts 10 feet tall from around December to around, December. This is literally like Mordor on winter speed. And yet the Finns have developed the biggest iron livers in the history of the world. Come again with your Russians, come again with your Scottish, come again with your Irish. Finns can drink every last one of them under the table. We're talking about a people who literally invented sitting in very hot rooms and drinking vodka until they could have dried up Eastern Russia itself. Sauna sitting world championships, sitting in a room that is getting too hot for even human existence and still belting down boiling alcohol. You guys have nothing against that, and then when they're done with that, they go out, jump in ice water, then jump back up again and carry around their wife for sport. Wife carrying is a sport. You people probably don't even carry your wives through the door at wedding ceremonies anymore. Leaving aside, of course, the minor fact that the Finns have inspired the rest of us to develop a culture with more heavy metal bands per capita than the rest of the world put together. So yes, another way we're better than you. We have the Finns. Come again. we are better than you. Scandinavians, unlike all the rest of you guys, have iron stomachs. That's another way we're better than you. I mean, at this point it's obvious, but that is basically just how we're better than you. We can eat salty licorice, strong salty licorice, salmiak. I have seen strong people from other races collapse under their own despair when even thought to try to eat strong licorice, and we do that for fun. You know what our national dishes are? Fermented herring, rotten shark, and we eat that sort of thing for pleasure and fun. The rest of you guys can't probably even consider this. I have seen the videos of you people trying to even open a can of our surströmming, and you basically collapse and run away. We eat that shit just for the fun of it, along with salmiak licorice. You guys come back when you have developed stomachs to survive even on the food that we eat for fun. We can survive anywhere in the world because we can eat anything and be happy and enjoy it. So yeah, we're better than you.
Then we have the royalties. We just have the best looking royalties, hands down. I mean, the British family. They're all just soulless gingers and horse faces. Just look at a few of our stunning royalties. Do they not make you want to feel like you could be the prince in a fairy tale or a princess to be rescued? Just stunning. Then we have sustainable environment. Now, the Scandi countries are far ahead of almost all countries in the world when trying to create a sustainable environment. As many others complain about the cost, we've made it into a green business where we create jobs in these fields. No matter what you think of climate change, man-made or not, most rational people would agree that sustainable energy, transport that don't rely on oil, and factories that don't spew out as much harmful substances in the air is a must for people to be able to keep existing on this planet of ours. And we Scandinavians are in the forefront of this change. Just look at this. Just look at this ranking right here. Just look at spot 1 to 4. This is the Sustainable Development Goals from the UN. Top 1 to 4, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, and Finland. That pretty much sums it up, don't you think?
I can, of course, understand why everyone who's not a Scandinavian at this point is sitting down crying, just wishing you could be one of us so you could also be better than everyone else. But just in case there are someone out there who just haven't fully understood the point yet, let me just complete the thought. Another reason we're better than you guys. We have Iceland. And Iceland is not just a place of unparalleled natural beauty, volcanoes, hot springs, the original geysers, and incredible animal life. No, we have other things on Iceland. We have the Penis Museum, the world's only museum dedicated solely to phallic objects from various animal species around the planet, including a 5-meter blue whale penis and, of course, a human one, just in case, because yes, that is how awesome we are, how hardcore Scandinavians are. We put our phalluses up on the museum because they are that worthy of being viewed, because we and our penises are better than you. You can stop crying, it's okay, I understand, but still with this, with Iceland, we're better than you.
And now, for the conclusion, the ending, and to top everything off, we discovered friggin' America. Screw the Portuguese, the Spaniards, the Italians, the Dutch, and the friggin' Brits. We were there first. And we didn't name it America. Hells nah. We named it Wineland. Now wouldn't you rather live in a cool country like Wineland instead of stupid America? Huh? How did we discover this awesome continent? 'Cause we was Vikings, yo! Nuff said.
Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay?